Let me be your leader.
In my formative years, I read a lot of cyberpunk and sci-fi. You know, all that William Gibson, that Snow Crash. That heavily made the point, advertising will steal your soul. Your reality is what you pay attention to. And if what you're paying attention to is full of, hey, here's stuff that'll make you a better person if you just spend money on it. I don't know, that doesn't seem like that satisfying a reality to me. Just to get right on that spiritual high horse right away. From the second we started Hello Uncle Foreigner, we had discussions about, we're never gonna advertise, man. And, you know, that's as like actual adults, not teenagers. And now that we've crossed that 1,000 threshold, which was never for certain that we would, but we did, go us. We are not turning ads on because that, we can't be in control of that message. And so inserting someone else's vision into our vision feels not worth the couple of pennies a month it would make us really at this point. I'm willing to concede that this is maybe definitely a battle I've already lost, but I'm really opposed to the idea that the most important message out there is stuff you can buy, and the best thing we can do as consumers of the world is use our money to buy other stuff. And I just don't like being bombarded with messaging to that effect all the time. I'm a curmudgeon and I don't want to, that's the thing. It's not that I don't want to buy all the stuff. I don't want to be told to buy all the stuff all the damn time. Let me just think. I mean, it seems like the defining lesson of the internet is that people won't pay for stuff, so sell them stuff instead for the right to never own anything, except for that glorious, glorious product. I've always got this chip on my shoulder, but particularly now, we just made a video about consumerism, wherein we mentioned some brand names and YouTube's algorithm decided that that was paid promotion, as if it's unthinkable that you would mention brand names if you weren't getting a kickback. And we weren't. We were criticizing brands. And in fact, the whole YouTube economy seems to be based on, why would you make videos for anything else than making money? Which is why all the garbage on YouTube is like super optimized how-tos or guest stars on guest stars on guest stars of people who are mildly famous in their circle, trying to make other people mildly famous in their circle for trying to be mildly famous. And so it makes it hard. It crowds out the art. Which is not to say we shouldn't pay people for their work. I want to be paid for my work. These videos are not the work. These videos are practice. I'll take you backstage, and we are making this video. I believe in these things, but I also have a new sound workflow I want to try out, so we need a video to try that out on. Also, the amount of people whose videos are just opinions. Everybody has opinions. They shouldn't get paid for them. I'll give you that one for free. I think the rise of opinion influencers on cable news is where it all went wrong. I'm so old. Naively, what I want is the opportunity to make the movie that's in my head, coming soon. And if I didn't need to buy all this stuff, I wouldn't need to get paid at all. Coming dangerously close to some kind of idea here. And I realize free with ads and freemium, especially in the app world, gives people access to maybe stuff they couldn't afford. But you do have to consider that your attention is your resource. More so than money, it's the only one you have access to, absolutely. And I worry that we're not careful as we should be with our attention. That's why I don't listen to anybody else but myself. Brands aren't your friends, no matter how funny they are on social media or irreverent. And you know, I thought Gen X figured that out. But then I think we went to work for the advertising companies because they're the only ones who are paying anything. I got my degrees in English, and that was the big like career day thing, was like, well, you can work in advertising. I can write stuff, and not being immodest, I can write pretty well. But the people who will pay me the best to do that want me to sell you stuff. And hooray for me, I didn't do that. When I was in high school, I had an underground newspaper with my friends. Because the school newspaper was for squares. Real rebels photocopied stuff in their dad's office late at night and handed it out. But I've always been amused by the idea for fake advertisements advertising nothing. And I remember one of them I did was an advertisement for water. It's just like what comes out of your tap and keeps you alive. And this was just about, I guess, when bottled water was really becoming a thing, which I'm also against. I was an old person way before I was actually old. And I thought it was genius. And we still have bottled water and advertising, so I guess it wasn't. When I worked at a newspaper, I was a features editor, and I was involved in the creation of a page that was editorial, but a good opportunity for the sales team to go sell ads that would sell you the stuff that I'm also soft selling you by featuring it in a shopping home kind of section. And we were throwing around what we should call the section, and all the sections were named like short declarative names, like, I mean, art, news, sports, that's what those things are called, but like listen for music, or I don't know, I don't remember what the other names were, but we were trying to think like the shopping page, but not the shopping page. And so in my head, I wanted to call it crap, but the title I suggested was stuff, and they went for it. And so that page was called the stuff page, and nobody thought to question my motives. So I really resent that YouTube labeled my video paid promotion. I lost money making that video. But I guess the thing is, they have to decide that algorithmically because they don't pay humans to do labor at that company. I cracked myself up. And they have to do it because people are trying to sneak sell you stuff without telling you all the time, especially famous people who are already rich. Don't drink a diet tea, which I never watched Mad Men, but I guess this was the point, is that it's all been a psychological game of chess since the beginning. People figure out you're selling stuff to them, so they resent it. So then you have to figure out new ways to hide the fact that you're selling stuff to them. And then they figure those out, so you have to keep making new ways and new ways. And you know, if that's what you want to focus your attention on. And I'm not trying to attack the small YouTubers who can monetize and do. It's not the choice that I would make, but in a society where you have to make money, and you have to make money, if you find a way to do it, I think you gotta go for it. I guess I wish we had more options. I wish you had more options. Because I addressed that problem by moving to a country where the money I make goes further, and I fully realize that's not an option for many people, especially people who are in this country. I realize the way I solve the problem is not accessible to everyone, which is moving to a different country. I can't do it. Maybe let's say we got it. I'm pretty sure I got most of it. I realize not everybody has access to the choice I made, which was to move to a country where my dollar goes further, including people from this country. You can't just keep moving down the ladder to a country with a a less strong economy. Assuming you even want to uproot yourself in the first place.